Well, hello everyone. Oh God, my hair is messy. How are you doing? Again, once again, as you can tell by the clothes that I'm in, I haven't changed since I got off work. I came right from work into a meeting with New Mexico Libertarians. They are well on their way to reaffiliation. Sorry, spoiled, sore losers. But anyway, yeah, and I meant to do a show at 9. And hello, I had just so much to do. So here I am, still haven't gotten out of my work clothes. Right after here, I got to polish these nails because I've got a candidate for him tomorrow. And Wayne went and bought some Grand Marnier today. Only a tiny bit in there because that stuff is strong. But hopefully you can tell that I'm in a pretty good mood. You're the only one watching it, Brandon, on Facebook. Most people go over to YouTube. It helps my metrics, and you can see everyone's comments if you go to YouTube, youtube.com/Pink Flame of Liberty, or Twitch. But you can see most of the comments. Well, you could see them on the screen on Facebook too. I'm a dumbass. As you can tell, I'm in a good mood. I'm quite bemused. Those of you who aren't on Twitter, we're going to get to the history in a minute because I just got to, I'm like gobsmacked. So I got to relate this. And I'm not going to mention names. A, because why? And B, because that's how little I care about this person. But someone from the past that I haven't thought about. God, I kept thinking it was about a year, but it wasn't a year. I think I last mentioned this person about 6 months ago because they posted something absolutely clueless that proved that they never read my appeal. So I think that was the last time but completely out of my mind, out of my head. I haven't fucked with them. I haven't met, a non-issue, like a boring non-issue. And then out of the blue, they come at me today on Twitter. And it's like, what's going on? You got a clout chase but they got wrecked in comments. And listen, some of the comments truly were mean. But, you just start picking a fight with somebody out of the blue, somebody you screwed over, and then you're crying because they blocked you. Bitch, I blocked you a year ago. And now all of a sudden you're mentioning it? What's going on? That you're looking for attention? That you're clout chasing me? Yeah. It's insane. So I'm just very, very amused. But tomorrow I'll go back to the really frigid indifference. Can you be frigid and indifference? Yeah, icy indifference that I had towards this person before. But obviously they're up to something where they wanted to clout chase me. And they got wrecked in comments. And as I said, some of those comments were really mean. But when you fuck around and find out, I guess, I don't really countenance being mean to people. But, when you do that, the trolls come out and you get trolled. And you're trying to troll me. So, whatever. If you want to know what it's all about, just go on Twitter. You'll see references to it. But today's the last day. I'm mentioning it. At midnight, the whole thing turns into a pumpkin and I'm going back to living my life. Because honestly, even though I'm quite amused, in another way, I'm disturbed. I'm disturbed at how sociopathic a person could be to royally screw someone over. And let's just even say this other person doesn't agree they screwed me over. They know, yeah, this show definitely will not be monetized. So all super chats matter. Monetize the hate. Those of you who know what went on Twitter today, you could just get some sweet, sweet revenge by throwing me some lettuce. But anyway, it also, though, made me reflect, like, how sociopathic this behavior is. Because even if this person doesn't agree they screwed me over, they know I think that. Why would you go picking at an old wound? Like, what kind of malignant person acts like that? Particularly when I've left them alone. And after today, even if they come at me again, I'm not engaging again. This was just so out of the blue that it was kind of surprising. But seriously, get help, because this isn't normal behavior. This is really peak narcissism. And you're what? Well, okay, now I almost said something mean. I don't mean to be mean, but I think you're considerably older than me. Maybe I just act younger, but I think you're probably at least a decade older than me. Grow the hell up, woman. Like, seriously, there's something wrong with you to act like that. But that's it. It's 10 o'clock my time. I got 2 more hours to rant about this, but I'm done on this show. And then it's back in my rear view mirror. Yes, this show will not be monetized. I probably should edit it after the fact, not to like hide anything I said, because I said all this on Twitter, but just so that maybe it could be monetized in the future. But wow, JJ, you just missed this. You saw the screenshots I posted on Facebook, but like, but you want to talk about getting ratioed. Ooh. Okay. We're going to go to history. Was there anything else I wanted to cover? I feel naked with no nail polish on my nails. And you know what? I was kind of dragging tail earlier today. I even said to Wayne that, man, I hope my mood improves, because I got the candidate form tomorrow and I just didn't feel the fire. But this poking at me, when will people learn that if you want me to go away or be ineffective, the last thing you do is poke at me? Because that just makes me work harder. Didn't you learn before that you don't make a martyr out of me? That the Streisand effect is strong with this one? Ooh, boy. Okay, we need some Grand Marnier. And help me monetize this show, because I blew it in the first couple minutes. I'm not even gonna hit monetization on this. If those of you who aren't YouTubers don't know, you have to self-evaluate your video. And the more accurately you self-evaluate your videos, the less scrutiny YouTube gives you. So I really honestly hit monetization no on ones that I just know. You know, if I've used profanity in the first 10 minutes, I hit monetization no. This is delicious. Ooh, I haven't had Grand Marnier in such a long time. It is delicious, but that will mess me up. Oh, and I've got Fireball on my car. Okay. We're going to LP News. But unfortunately, that means I need to take comments off the screen. You know what? I'm not putting the LP News up on the screen today. I'm leaving comments up, and you're just going to hear me read and talk about it. If you want to follow along, go to lpedia.org. We are on September-October 1974, and page 5. And it looks like this, though there is something I do want you to see. I'll maybe show it to you next time. It's hard to see in here, this black and white picture of this little tiny plane. And it says in the caption, campaign trail. Oh, my green screen's still on. Look at what my glasses are doing. You see where you can see the dragon? I need to turn off that green screen effect. There we go. Wow, that was weird. It says, campaign trail in the sky. Jerry Tuccelli and Roger McBride toured upstate New York as part of the Free Libertarian Party effort to obtain permanent ballot status through a strong showing in the current governor's race. But it's this tiny, little bubble plane. When I mean bubble plane, it's prop engines, but it's got that like glass bubble over the top, like a fighter jet. It's I wouldn't get in that. I wouldn't get in that for nothing. For nothing. I do like Jack Daniel's Fire. I do like that too. I pretty much find it the same as Fireball. I don't know. But you can buy like Fireball at the 7-Eleven now in those like little tiny bottles that come like in an 8-pack. So I was at 7-Eleven earlier today and I was like, Fireball. It's just sitting in my car. I haven't drinking any of it. I guess it's if I have a bad day at work, I can go down at lunch break and drown my sorrows in some cinnamon. But I haven't had a bad day. I really like my new job so far. Okay. So this is continuing with the affiliate updates. And I wanted to skip ahead to Virginia first. It starts with Nevada. But I'm going to... Or is it Nevada? How do they say it? Nevada. They say Nevada, right? They say Nevada in Nevada, I think. They told me when I was there, and I keep forgetting which one it is. But I want to skip ahead to Virginia because, you know, Virginia, the same affiliate that existed in this issue in 1974 is the same affiliate that exists today. Sorry, fraudsters. Holly Ward, you can cry in your booze. Now listen, I'm not shaming you for drinking a lot. I drink a lot. In that respect, Holly, you're a woman after my own heart, except for I don't illegitimately try to dissolve state parties and then go cry into the media and borderline engage in fraud to the tune of $40,000. I'm weird like that. I don't do things like that. Okay, the Arlington area LP, the state's best organized local group, has plans to poll congressional and local candidates on the issues this fall. This group will be actively working for repeal of blue laws. Are blue laws like alcohol sales on Sunday? Hey, Ronwell, because people, we don't have those in Colorado, but we had those in Florida. In Florida, where I lived, right like behind my house was a Publix. I miss Publix. Any of you are from the South, you know Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. I freaking love Publix. We don't got any good shopping, like grocery stores here. Like King Soopers, Kroger's, Safeway. No, ain't nothing like Publix. Publix is badass. Well, the Publix by my house had an attached liquor store, but it didn't open till 1 o'clock on Sunday. I think that's what a blue law is. We don't have those in Colorado. But in Colorado, until recently, grocery stores couldn't sell liquor at all. Like it's just bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, Saturday night, everybody would be, you know, at the Publix liquor store and buying all their booze for like Sunday afternoon football. It's just crazy to me. So, okay. In Virginia, they were working to repeal blue laws. The last term of the legislature saw approval of a bill which allowed each county in the state to maintain or discard the Sunday closing statutes. Okay. So these were closing statutes. Okay. With a local referendum necessary for repeal. Several Arlington LP leaders have also been working with local conservative Republicans to urge rejection of Nelson Rockefeller as vice president. Okay. This is just such tiny print, and I've got old eyes. But I forgot, there was something else I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, you want to know, and thank you, Ronwell. You want to know what is, what Florida used to have, and I wonder if they have it again now. COVID kind of changed a lot of things with alcohol laws, because now in Colorado, you could get alcohol delivery, which you couldn't get before. So a lot of restaurants, like in DoorDash and stuff, you can order yourself a margarita. But in Florida, for a while, drive-through liquor stores were a big thing. You wouldn't order a drink, but you'd order, it'd be like a package store. You'd order the bottles and stuff. You want to know what else that just brought back a memory of? They didn't sell liquor, but God, memories of the South are just flooding back at me. They didn't have these in Colorado. Anyone remember farm stores? Farm stores need to come back. Because like, if I don't have to get out of my car, I'm happy. You know? It's like not talking on the phone. Like, text me, boo. You think I bought a phone to talk on the phone? Are you crazy? But farm stores were the bomb. So if those of you who don't know what farm stores were, it was like a convenience store, small convenience store, but you drove up and it had two sides with this cool little awning. And you just order what you wanted and it was a drive-through. It was a convenience store drive-through and it was fantastic. And God, farm stores were like in the 70s and 80s. So it was drive-through before like most McDonald's had drive-throughs. But farm stores needs to come back. We need a farm stores in Colorado. I'd do that. I hate getting out of my car. Ugh. It's so convenient to not get out of your car. Particularly in Colorado if it's like snowing and shit. There's nothing more miserable than slogging through the snow to go to 7-Eleven and get a Mountain Dew or something. Alrighty. Now we're going back, now that we covered Virginia, because the Virginia affiliate still exists. Ooh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. And soon we're going to have a New Mexico affiliate. I am so excited for them. Get in touch with me if you want to get in touch with the New Mexico organizers. But also, Virginia, before I forget, they are doing a member convention and they need a certain number of members to sign off on a petition for a member convention. Get in touch with me through Facebook, email. You can email me at secretary@lp.org or Twitter, whatever. Get in touch with me if you're an LPVA member. You need to be an LPVA member. If you're using a screen name, I will ask you for your real name so that they can check with the membership rolls before I send you the link. But we need signatures. And when I say we, I mean them, but they're friends of mine. So it's not me personally, but they need to get signatures. Just like I was collecting signatures for... Shit, what appeal was that? Massachusetts. But yeah, Virginia needs signatures. I think they need around 80. So yeah, get in touch with me. If you're a lifetime national member residing in Virginia, you count as an LPVA member. So please do get in touch. I would like them to get past this petition phase as soon as possible because they're going to reach the signatures. Let's not drag it out. Let's just get it done. Get her done. Pitter patter. Let's get at her and get it set. And Ron Wells got the membership card. Awesome. Okay. So you wanted to hear what's funny? I kept my membership card from 2016. I should bring it down one time. Now, the new membership cards are cool. They got the porcupine on them. But for a while, they were putting the chicken. And I hate the chicken. I hate the chicken. If it wasn't a financially unwise decision, I would be making a motion to get rid of that damn chicken and go back to the Statue of Liberty. Or use a stylized porcupine. I hate that chicken with the hatred of 1,000 burning suns. So I wouldn't use so when I got my new card, each year they would send you a new card before I was a life member. I think they don't send you new cards once you're a life member, I think. And I threw them out. I was like, nope, I'm keeping my Statue of Liberty card, my old school Statue of Liberty card. I still have a picture of my bedroom on the electronic frame. I didn't have even pink hair then, holding my membership card up. God, I was so innocent then. I did not realize what a brutal experience. Listen, it's been wonderful, but it's also been awful. I've got a love-hate abusive relationship with my political party. Nevada. The new state chairman is James Burns. Oh, it's Jim Libertarian Burns. Do we have an LPedia article? I know you people who watch the show all the time, you people, that sounded so, I didn't mean it that way. Those of you who watch this show regularly will already know about Jim Libertarian Burns. But those of you who don't, he was a member in Nevada, and Nevada wasn't on the ballot as a libertarian. They had to run as, I'm going to I'm going to put up this article. You all can read all about him. He has since passed away, but this is a libertarian hero. So let's pull this up. I'm going to take off the comments for a second. So here he is, as you can see in the first line, Jim Libertarian Burns. Now, what's this all about? Well, Jim wanted the word libertarian to appear on the ballot. So he frickin' legally changed his name from Jim Burns to Jim Libertarian Burns, so that libertarian would appear on the ballot in Nevada. He is a frickin' hero. How many of us would legally change our name so that the word libertarian would appear on the ballot? I probably would do that, by the way. But, like, yeah, he was a badass. He was a badass. So go check out this article on Lpedia, and let me go back here and put the comments back up, because I love your comments. A toast to Jim Libertarian Burns. Alrighty. Okay, so he is the state chair. He came in third in the recent Republican congressional primary. During that campaign, he wrote an open letter to the clerk of the U.S. House of Representatives refusing to comply with election reporting laws. Badass. Darryl Perry also did that. He was a presidential candidate who refused to file with the FEC, and he said he would go to jail for it. His letter received coverage in the Reno Evening Gazette. The LP had its first state convention in both Las Vegas and Reno. How did you have it in both? Did they have part 1 and part 2? They didn't have virtual back then. Interesting. I want to know about that. The convention had 25 voting members in attendance. Interesting. Now, you notice there's a lot of mention here of LP people running as Republicans, because we didn't have ballot access then. So a lot of people ran as Republicans. The hostility right now, listen, I have no love lost for the parties themselves, though I'm dear friends with a lot of Democrats and Republicans. But back then, there was no compunction. You just ran as a Republican. I haven't seen yet any LP candidate running as a Democrat. Not that we didn't have things in common with the Democrat Party. We still do. But, there wasn't all the wailing and gnashing of teeth that happens now, where, God, it's so insane to me, where some of these people, and really, I've, lost all tolerance for it. Like, that post that came out the other day by Josh Eagle is like, you gave money to MAGA Republicans. No, they're registered libertarians. Did they used to be Republicans? Yes. Do we not welcome people anymore who used to be? I used to be a Republican. I wasn't a real Republican. I was a rhino. It was a whole religious stupid thing. But still, very few of us are second-generation libertarians. We all came from somewhere. And this hostility, and are the candidates perfect libertarians? No. They switched earlier this year. And the state party decided to endorse them. It's the state party's business. I wasn't a perfect libertarian within 6 months of switching. I took the Kaplan Libertarian Purity Quiz. It's kind of a joke quiz, but it's also serious. We took it on this show before. And my first score when I took the Libertarian Purity Quiz was 80. A perfect score, I think, is 165. I was 80. And you want to hear something amazing? Well, I was still an 80 and really solidly was a moderate libertarian. I was welcomed, fully embraced in the Radical Caucus. Like, we don't act like that anymore. When people want to come to our party, unless they prove to be utter snakes, they're not going to be perfect libertarians. And to just name call them out is unacceptable. And I'd say the same thing for Democrats who came over. It's just ridiculous. We're not going to grow that way unless we're all just going to have a bunch of babies and raise second-generation libertarians. We have to convert people from the other parties. And to be so hostile just the converts from one side is ridiculous. And I'm not, I mean, I'm a fiscal conservative. I'm more fiscally conservative than any Republican I know. But I'm certainly not a social conservative. That's what I think so funny about all the criticism of the Mises Caucus. Like, I pretty openly say, even though I don't live that lifestyle because I need to keep down a job, I'm pretty much a libertine. Like, I don't think there's a damn thing wrong with people who do drugs. Like, I really, and I have absolutely no relationship. I mean, not relationship. No problem with people who want to have open relationships. Like, I don't think there's anything magical about the nuclear family. Like, I am openly a libertine. And I've been embraced with full support and acceptance from the Mises Caucus. So much for them only being a bunch of social conservatives. I respect social conservatives. I respect social non-conservatives. To each their own. You do you, boo-boo. You know, like a true libertine, I give you the freedom to have whatever social views that you want. And it was so funny. I posted a joke meme on my page about pronouns. And I didn't even mean it seriously. I just thought it was a funny meme because I personally do not care about pronouns. You tell me what pronouns you want to be called, and if I can remember, I'm getting old, I'll use them. Or I'll just use they, or I'll just use your name. Like, I don't get all twisted in a knot about that, but people who make that a libertarian issue, let me tell you people, I don't care how ass mad you get about this. Pronouns, if not mandated by the state, are not a libertarian issue. Somebody who refuses to use somebody's pronouns is not any less of a libertarian than someone who does. You don't have to associate with them if you don't want to. To me, I don't know. I respect people if I like them. If I don't like them, I'm not going to be talking to them anyway. If it's someone that I want to talk to and there's something that's important to them, what harm is it to me? I don't care. I don't care. Like, it's like no issue to me and never has been an issue to me. Way before trans was a real popular thing and all hip and trendy, I had a super good trans friend who like felt comfortable enough around me to reveal their dead name. It just never was a frickin' issue to me. But forcing it with the state, like people think, yeah, you don't force it with the state. You don't call people haters because they just disagree. Listen, people who disagree with me or anything to do with my lifestyle or my hair or whatever, I don't try to force myself into their lives. Go away. I don't know what to tell you. New Hampshire, that's what I have to tell you. During the maneuvering before the Republican primary, William Loeb, conservative publisher of the Manchester Union Leader, and I think that newspaper still exists, wrote a letter to John H. O'Brien, LP endorsed candidate for the Republican nomination for the 1st Congressional District, asking O'Brien to withdraw and to support conservative David Banks. In his reply, God, I'm having a really hard time reading this. I need to get my eyes checked. I'm going to bring down my magnifying glass next time because me pausing like this just isn't acceptable. O'Brien said that the LP members who had endorsed him trusted him to stick to his game and not compromise his and their Jeffersonian principles. Well, I don't have Jeffersonian principles, but okay. O'Brien differentiated himself from his opponent Banks, saying that Banks would go far beyond O'Brien's stand of leaving business and industry alone. He would help them. Okay. I don't know if we're going to get through all these affiliates today because I've been doing a lot of ranting and I don't want to have a super, super long show because I've got to paint my fingernails and I got to get to sleep in time for the candidate forum. And this Grand Marnier is getting to me because I haven't drank this in a long, long time. And if y'all have anything you want to rap about, listen, that's why I keep comments up because just hearing myself is boring. I want to hear you guys. By the way, because I gave myself a midnight deadline, I gotta check Twitter really quick because I really am dropping this one issue after tomorrow. So let me go see if there's what kind of trolling is on Twitter. Ronwell asks, is it possible for my LP membership card to be customized and personalized? It should have your name on it, but I haven't seen one in a while. And to become a 2024 delegate, you need to be involved with your state affiliate, because that's who gets elected to be a delegate. You need to start getting involved now and then go to the 2024 convention of your state party. And that's generally where delegates are elected. Okay, I'm looking. God, my eyes are bad. No, it doesn't look like anything interesting has happened. But I got a lot of followers today. While people were losing followers from people freaking out, I guess, because Elon Musk is having to go through with his Twitter purchase. Okay, no, nothing really particularly new. Okay, let's just continue as much as I feel able, and then tomorrow maybe I'll do another history show, but there is an executive committee meeting tomorrow. I've got a pack for my Maryland trip. If you're in Maryland, come hear me speak at Liberty Speaks. I can get you details if you contact me offline. New Jersey. The state LP meeting at Bob Steiner for Congress headquarters in late September featured New York gubernatorial candidate Jerome Tusil. Steiner's campaign activities continue. He has had debates and speaking engagements before the League of Women Voters, the Junior Chambers of Commerce, a single parents group, a taxpayers association, and high school and college audiences. Steiner's platform was given extensive coverage in the Mountainside Echo. That must be a newspaper. Damn, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since I got home. On September 28th, Steiner keynoted the annual convention of the Pennsylvania LP. He also was a prominent opponent of the proposed state income tax at recent hearings in New Jersey. This tax proposal continues to be a subject of hot political controversy in the state. Do they have a state income tax now in New Jersey? Did it pass? So Robert asked, do I agree with Hoppe, Democracy the God That Failed? In general, I do not agree with Hoppe. I am not a Hoppian. I need to do a show one day on where I disagree with Hoppe, but it gets more fundamental because, it's just one strand of libertarian thought. I don't believe for libertarianism to prosper that there needs to be quote-unquote covenant communities that quote-unquote remove, so to speak, degenerates. I don't agree with that. Now, people can certainly form such communities, but there's a hitch. God, I really should get into a show on this. A lot of people don't know. I have a background in homeowners association law. And I know people think homeowners associations are really, really libertarian. No, they're not. I actually don't believe that covenants that run with the land, if you're not familiar with homeowners association law or real estate, you might not know what I'm talking about. But just like I don't believe corporations are libertarian, I don't believe covenants that run with the land are libertarian. So in order to have Hoppe's covenant communities, you have to have covenants that run with the land. Or you would have to basically have a system of modern feudalism where the people that lived in the parcels didn't really own their land, that they were, I don't want to say serfs because they wouldn't be forced to work the land, but they basically would be tenants in a sense, because you can't impose controls on land with ownership. Okay, control requires ownership interest, and with ownership interest comes responsibility. So if someone falls, if someone gets injured, if someone gets mauled, the people that are imposing these covenants need to be responsible. Starts getting really esoteric, but that's why I don't believe the modern conception of homeowners associations are at all libertarian. I do think that the restriction against perpetuities applies. I don't know why in modern law we don't apply that. We've been bought and paid for by the developers in some sense. And it might not even be developers. It might be city planners that just want some kind of top-down consistency. But I know I'm a heretic in this regard, but I don't think most libertarians that argue that homeowners associations are libertarian knows much about homeowners associations. Like if I said the term to them, a covenant that runs with the land, they would have no freaking idea what I was saying. And Jeremy asks, how would one start a grassroots group in super rural county in Colorado? What county are you in? For Colorado, I'm going to tell you an idea I have that just... things got crazy with the Reno reset and stuff, and I hope it still happens in the future. But in our rural counties in Colorado, where there's just not that many people to begin with, and certainly not that many libertarians, I think counties should band together to form a multi-county affiliate. I was told in the past that wasn't allowed by the Secretary of State. My ass called the Secretary of State. Yes, it is allowed. We used to have that in the past. We used to have an affiliate called Western Slope Libertarians. So I'm not sure what county you're in. I can imagine like some of the very rural ones, but Custer County. Okay, yeah, rural. I get it. Get in touch. Get in touch with the chair of Colorado, and he'll help you. He'll give you tips on how to start a grassroots group. So to email the state chair of Colorado, it's statechair@lpcolorado.org. CC me. My email is secretary@lp.org. And they'll get you started. Our convention this year, by the way, has been set for, I think it's April 1st in Golden. We're going to be at I think it's Mountaineering Museum. We just set it. So I hope to see you there. But it is a fantastic site. God, I'm so glad that our conventions have been moved out of Aurora and Denver and into some of the other areas. Alrighty. Okay, where was I at? I know I was in New Jersey. Oh, on September 28th, Steiner keynoted the annual convention of the Pennsylvania LP. So he was from New Jersey, but he keynoted in Pennsylvania. He also was a prominent... Oh, no, we talked about that. Never mind. Where was I at? On Route 22, Steiner's campaign staff has erected a billboard with his campaign slogans, "I've had it with big government." The August-September state newsletter of the LP features a political and sociological essay on how the ruling elite controls the means of mass communications. It also reprints a satire on the activities of local decency and anti-vice committees. He must mean the newsletter of the New Jersey LP, because it's definitely not the national newsletter. You know what? I think that's it for affiliates for today, because I've got so much to do, and we just talked about so many other things. I'm crossing that off. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow after the executive committee meeting, but I do need to pack. I still need to write my speech for Maryland. And, you know, I've got an hour and a half till my self-imposed deadline to stop going... obsessing on the Twitter thing. And Twitch, E. Johnson says, "You're the first libertarian main I've seen on this website." There's a bunch of libertarians on Twitch. I probably am the most prolific streamer because, except for this week, I normally stream every night. I only have a few on my Twitch schedule because it's kind of like I'm not sure what time I'm going to get home from work. I kind of decide earlier in the day what I'm going to talk about. All right, that is it for today. And I've still got a lot of drink left, but I'm going to go do my nails. Maybe if I do well at the candidate forum, maybe I'll live stream that. That would be awesome. If I bomb, I'm not going to live stream it. This is my first time at a full run. So, you know. And by the way, KarenForCastleRock.com, I'm sending out my mailer to the non-affiliated voters. I'm probably going to design it and get it sent out tonight but I don't know. I've been so busy. But the war of the yard signs is going on. Like, so on my block, there's my yard sign, and then right across the street is the Republican. Like, he's following my yard signs around. Listen, I'm flattered that the Republican sees me as a threat. I'll take it. All right. I hope I do well at the campaign. The candidate forum tomorrow, but I might not. And I'm going to be okay either way. I'm new at this, and I'm not going to be hard on myself. So have a good night, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business, not because they want to